Hi everyone! Thank you for coming to my Vulnerably Badass YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about participating in an American parade for the first time. Yesterday, February 20th, was President's Day and it's George Washington's birthday. So where we live in Alexandria, in Old Town Alexandria, they had George Washington's 291st birthday celebration and they had a parade. Because my son is a member of a Boy Scout, Cub Scout, so the pack was able to join the parade and walk the parade. So it was an opportunity for us for the first time to really participate in an American parade. My son and I, after we came here, went to a parade in Reston one time and we saw different groups. And then also for me, I think back in my graduate school time, we saw 4th of July parade in Champaign, Illinois. But I think that was and then the rest was the second parade I saw. So maybe it is the third parade, but for the third time I participated for the first time. So it was really interesting and it was about a mile walk. I didn't know what to expect, and the Boy Scout, Cub Scout people were telling me like, oh, don't worry, it's more relaxed, we're gonna just enjoy it. So we didn't really do any activities or nothing. We didn't even line straight. We were kind of like just walking. But what was nice was for those kids who sold certain amount of popcorn and made more contribution, they were able to get on the float. So it was truck and then there was some thing they can ride and then they didn't have to walk. But for other kids, they were just gonna walk. So I was kind of telling my son, don't be too jealous or angry. Some kids will be on the float and you will be walking, but don't complain. Trying to kind of manage the expectation. But what I'm grateful is that he was assigned as one of the top first two scouts who hold the sign, the pack sign. So for the entire time, for the entire parade walk, he was at the very front and holding the sign. So it was a bit harder for him. I think it was heavy. He had to hold for 1 mile and then the walk was very slow. But what was surprising for me and very enjoyable for my son was that we were asked to bring candies to hand out to the crowds, and I didn't remember any candies being thrown at the previous two parades that I went to. Maybe I wasn't paying attention or I didn't know. So that was a suggestion. So we got a whole bunch of different small candies to throw. And as we started doing it, seeing other Cub Scouts doing, like they really literally throw like little M&Ms, the packages to the kids who are sitting at the curb. And they were like, hey, like they were cheering and also asking for candies. And then the scouts are throwing the candies, like not really at them, but like in front of them. So that was first time experience for me, I didn't know. Then it was like, oh, interesting. And of course, it's first time for my son. So because he was walking and holding the sign, he couldn't really hold the bag and throw it. So I was handing him maybe 3 pieces of little packages one time in his little hand. And while he held the sign with his right arm, he was throwing the candies to children on the side. And he really enjoyed it. Yeah, I feel like it's a really great feeling that you give something and then people were like, yay, like give me more. Looking at people really being happy about something, and especially when he's walking in front of the whole pack. So he didn't complain anything about, he did say his arm hurt, but not like, he didn't say anything like he wants to stop or his legs are tired or he wants a break or anything. I think because of this candy giving activity was keeping him very engaged and being interested. So the whole time he really enjoyed, and I made sure that I time it right so that I don't run out the whole thing before we get to the end, so he can enjoy still, kind of walk a little bit and throw and walk a little bit and throw. But towards the end, the very end was where the announcement was made introducing each group. So there was kind of like congestion there, so we had to kind of stay and wait for a long time, and he didn't move so fast. So by the time when we got there, we had only less than 10 candies left. So although I kind of tried to give him little by little, like it ran out before we really finished. But I think we timed it right so that he didn't feel bored. So yes, it was really nice to walk really Old Town through, and then we walked the King Street, which is the most, I think, famous or the main road in Old Town Alexandria. So it was the 100th anniversary of the George Washington Masonic National Memorial. So the parade route was changed than the usual parade route, which I don't know, but it went down and went to King Street towards the Masonic building. We didn't go all the way to the memorial, but we were facing that way. And the group right before us, or people who were lined up around us when we were waiting, there were a lot of Freemason people, and I don't know much about Freemason, but because of that 100th anniversary for the memorial, a lot of Freemason people came, and they were in the costume, and it was really amazing to learn. They came from all over the states, so it wasn't about only DC area or East Coast, but also from California or different parts of US. So I was like, whoa, this parade is very special. So it was a really nice way to experience an American culture. Again, I'm so grateful I have different opportunities because my son joined the Cub Scout. So if you are like me, non-American living in the States, I strongly recommend you to try something new and become a member of something in the community and try to do things with others together. So thank you for coming to my Vulnerably Badass YouTube channel, and see you next time.